In the ancient kingdom of Macedon, a boy named Alexander grew up under the shadow of greatness. Born in 356 BCE in Pella, the capital of Macedon, he was the son of King Philip II, a formidable ruler who united the fragmented Greek city-states. From a young age, Alexander was immersed in an environment that valued strength, strategy, and ambition. From the moment he could walk, Alexander was destined for greatness. His education began early, with the finest tutors at his disposal. Most notably, the philosopher Aristotle became his mentor, instilling in him a love for knowledge, philosophy, and the arts. Alexander absorbed lessons on ethics, governance, and the sciences, shaping his worldview and preparing him for future leadership. However, his father's military prowess and ambition loomed large. Philip's achievements instilled in Alexander both admiration and a burning desire to surpass his father. The young prince witnessed battles, gaining insights into the art of war and the complexities of leadership. Growing up, Alexander faced personal challenges. His relationship with his father was tumultuous, characterized by Philip's relentless ambition and Alexander's need to prove himself. This pressure fueled a fierce determination within him, igniting a desire to carve his own legacy. As a teenager, Alexander displayed remarkable talent and leadership skills. He was a skilled horseman and warrior, earning respect from his peers and soldiers alike. His most famous companion, Bucephalus, was a wild horse that Alexander tamed, symbolizing his ability to conquer both beasts and men. When Philip II was assassinated in 336 BCE, Alexander ascended to the throne at just 20 years old. The young king faced immediate challenges, with potential rivals and dissenters lurking in the shadows. Yet he quickly demonstrated his capability and decisiveness. One of Alexander's first acts as king was to secure his position by quelling rebellions in the Greek city-states. He displayed a ruthless efficiency, employing both diplomacy and military might to bring dissenters to heel. His decisive victory at the Battle of Cheronea in 338 BCE against the combined forces of Athens and Thebes established him as a dominant force in Greece. With the Greek city-states united under his rule, Alexander aimed to fulfill his father's dream of invading Persia. This ambition set the stage for one of history's most remarkable military campaigns. In 334 BCE, Alexander led an army across the Hellespont into Asia Minor, marking the beginning of his campaign against the Persian Empire. His tactical brilliance was evident as he engaged in a series of battles, including the famous Battle of Granicus, where he displayed both courage and strategic acumen. Alexander's forces were outnumbered, but his bold tactics and inspirational leadership turned the tide. He captured key cities, including Sardis and Ephesus, as he pushed deeper into Persian territory. His victories were not just military, they were also psychological, instilling fear in his enemies and rallying his troops. As Alexander continued his campaign, he became known for his audacity and charisma. His army, motivated by his vision and driven by loyalty, followed him across vast distances and challenging terrains. In 333 BCE, Alexander faced King Darius III of Persia at the Battle of Issus. The two armies clashed near the Orontes River in a fierce confrontation. Alexander's tactical genius shone through as he executed flanking maneuvers that caught the Persians off guard. The battle ended in a decisive victory for Alexander, further solidifying his reputation as a military leader. Darius fled the battlefield, leaving behind his family, who were captured by Alexander. Instead of exacting revenge, Alexander treated them with respect, showcasing his complex character, both ruthless and magnanimous. This act endeared him to many and demonstrated his vision of a unified empire. Alexander's campaign took him to the fortified island city of Tyre, where he faced one of his most significant challenges, The city's defenses were formidable, and its inhabitants were determined to resist. Undeterred, Alexander laid siege to Tyre for 7 months, constructing a causeway to reach the city walls. When Tyre finally fell, Alexander demonstrated his power by executing many of its leaders and enslaving the rest. His actions sent a clear message. Resistance against him would be met with devastating consequences. In 332 BCE, after securing his hold on the eastern Mediterranean, Alexander turned his attention to Egypt. The Egyptians welcomed him as a liberator from Persian rule, and he was crowned pharaoh. In a symbolic act, he founded the city of Alexandria, which would become a center of culture, learning, and commerce in the ancient world. Alexander's visit to the oracle at Siwa Oasis further solidified his legacy. There he was proclaimed the son of Zeus, a divine endorsement that bolstered his authority and ambition. The defining moment of Alexander's campaign came at the Battle of Gaugamela in 331 BCE. Facing a massive Persian army led by Darius, Alexander's tactical ingenuity shone once again. He used terrain to his advantage, employing a strategy that divided the Persian forces and allowed his troops to exploit weaknesses. The victory at Gaugamela marked the effective end of Persian resistance. Darius fled, and Alexander pursued him, ultimately leading to the fall of Babylon, a key cultural and political center. As Alexander continued his conquests, his ambition knew no bounds. His army marched through Persia and into India, where they encountered fierce resistance. In 326 BCE, Alexander faced King Porus at the Battle of the Hydaspes River. This battle tested his military prowess against war elephants and a determined foe. Alexander emerged victorious, but the encounter left his troops weary and longing for home. After years of campaigning, Alexander's army grew discontent. Exhausted and longing for their homeland, they refused to march further into India. Reluctantly, Alexander turned back, returning to Babylon in 324 BCE, where he began to implement plans for his empire. In 323 BCE, just as his dreams of unifying his vast empire were taking shape, Alexander fell ill. His health rapidly declined, and he died on June 10, 323 BCE, at the age of 32. The cause of his death remains a topic of debate, with theories ranging from natural illness to poisoning. Alexander's death left a power vacuum that led to the fragmentation of his empire. His generals, known as the Diadochi, fought for control, leading to the division of the territories he had conquered. Despite his early demise, Alexander's legacy endured. His conquests spread Hellenistic culture across vast regions, blending Greek and Eastern influences. Cities like Alexandria became beacons of learning and culture, fostering advancements in science, philosophy, and art. Throughout history, Alexander has been revered as a military genius and visionary leader. His ambition and conquests reshaped the ancient world and set a precedent for future leaders. His life serves as a testament to the complexities of power, how greatness can inspire, but also lead to fragmentation and conflict. Alexander the Great's story is one of ambition, conquest, and enduring influence. His journey from a young prince in Macedon to a legendary conqueror illustrates the heights of human potential and the dangers of unchecked ambition. As the world reflects on his life, it is essential to remember the lessons learned from his rise and fall, ensuring that the echoes of history continue to inform our understanding of leadership and power.